The stories you've never heard.
Who did Susie O'Neill famously slap?
The jokes behind the jokes.
What would happen if I did a great big fart?
For the first time ever on Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill.
I just peed a pants.
We go behind the laughter.
Yes, it's the Producers Podcast, taking you behind the scenes of Ash, Lutz and Susie O'Neill. We are less than, 4 or 5 sleeps until most of the gang are back. Of course, Suze will be away for another week, just having more of her hot girl Euro summer, which is completely understandable. Hello, Lachie. Hello, Alicia. We're all back here. We're all back on deck, just doing our final checks and balances before the show comes back. How are we travelling? How's the last few days been?
Pretty good. Yeah. My wife has been sick at home, so I've been at home working from home with her.
Sorry, Susanna. He has been dishing all of the details about that.
God, he complains about it.
And I won't.
Yeah, Suze, we know you're sick. Susanna, sorry.
I won't. I mean, she goes by Suze.
But that's confusing for her.
It's confusing for me sometimes when I'm talking about Susie O'Neill and then talking about my wife Suze because they're very different. But
I would just project everything onto each other and then just
real healthy.
Let's really blur those lines. Alicia, how are you? You and I did some Pilates yesterday.
We did.
We did one thing that Ash Bradham could not do and turn up to a Pilates class that he was supposed to go to.
Yeah, no, it was great fun. I learned I'm not very flexible. I couldn't do some of the things purely out of flexibility. But no, it was
Did
good.
you just look at there was a few people in there who, this was like a beginner's class that I had to really tone down my competitiveness to going, you don't need to be a hero here. You don't need to be a hero. Just do what you're supposed to do.
It was a beginner's class, and I still felt like the beginner in the class.
Oh, it hurt. And we looked around at people who had clearly done this before many times, going, they're doing it with such ease, and Alicia and I just red in the face going, oh, we're not even halfway through this at this point.
There was one exercise.
Thanks to KX Pilates.
There was one exercise that the teacher said, oh, if you need an easier option, let me know and I can give you a poll to do it or whatever.
Oh.
And I was, struggling, but I was doing it. Like, I just couldn't balance right because I don't have the core strength. And then she just came across and gave me a poll.
Oh, no.
She was like, you need the
If you need an easier option, you can just go sit in the corner and wait till this is done.
Exactly.
But thanks to the team at KX Pilates Newstead for having the Nova team. We really appreciate that.
You feeling sore today? Either of you?
I did want to check on you. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. I thought I would be sorer. I think I did do some stretches afterwards when I got home.
That's
so
good.
Probably
Isn't Pilates just stretching the entire time?
It's more stabilizers muscles.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like halfway between gym and yoga is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I stupidly went to football training afterwards, so I ran all that out, but now I'm a different kind of sore. And now, Lachie, for the first time, I make my debut in the Brisbane Media Cabal soccer game this afternoon.
It's exciting. If I had music to play, I would.
That's all right. It's not required. It doesn't need that much fanfare.
No, but congratulations on the call-up.
No, I think it's been a long time coming. Called my mum this morning and broke the news to her, and she could not care less.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what did she have to say? Obviously nothing, because it's not a massive deal for her.
No, she probably would have checked on my knee, which is very sweet of her.
I will also say congratulations to Nick, because aren't you now your blue check has come full circle, and you're now a ambassador?
Oh, we're still working on something in the background. I didn't tell you. Well, I mean, the two are entirely... but, Lachie, this was always part of the plan. Manifest something in one world and create... So... all of a sudden, things are going to look very normal for me. So, like Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove. Yeah.
The blue check
it's all
happened, and
coming
less
together.
than a week later, he's in talks for
It's all
ambassadorship.
coming together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Can you give me...
I can't yet, because as we know in this industry, sometimes if you go too early on something and you tell something is going to happen, it just doesn't happen.
Okay, so I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's okay.
No,
I know, it's a good tease.
I like the tease. And if it doesn't work out, then we can still... Can we talk about it if it doesn't work out?
100%.
Yeah,
100%. But just in the meantime, and this is just to protect some other interests, but hey guys, we're here in the breakfast studios where we always record, and I'm just putting together a little post for because it's Thursday. Usually we'd have our winner of Throwback Throwdown on this day. So I've been using each Thursday to post some throwback photos of the guys. I like doing that because we've got such deep history here, but it was really weird going back and finding photos, and they're all taken in this studio.
Yeah.
We've got some, I think there was a reupholstery done a couple of years ago, but
some new, what would you call it?
It's like soundproof cladding. It's it's red and blue. It's Nova colours.
It used to be grey or something.
It was like a grey blue, and it was that way for a very long time. You'll see it in these photos that I'm about to post. But it's just crazy to see the guys. So Ash apparently used to sit where you are, Alicia, in Susie's seat. They used to be his seat. Luttsy has always been here on microphone 3, where where I'm currently standing. But
Yep.
yeah, it was and then obviously to see a very, very young Dan Anstey as well, who's over the road at Triple M.
Sure.
It just looks like a boy. So it's, yeah, I've got some photos to post, and I'm going to keep doing that every Thursday because I think
Great.
we got so much history here. I'd just like to share it with everyone, and plus, there are so many photos of Susie from every decade. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. But yeah, we're here in the studio. I was actually going to go somewhere with that. I've completely forgotten. But
no.
you guys,
Well, speaking of things to share,
thank you. Yeah, that's getting me out of that one lock because I had no idea where I was going there.
no worries. Speaking of things to share, Alicia and I, as producers of this show, get sent things quite often. I teased it a couple of episodes ago. We get sent pictures, content pictures, people to maybe chat to, maybe just press releases. We get a whole lot of those.
Yeah, so this is how interviews or product placements sort of come about in radio.
Yes.
Yeah, and so we get sent a bunch of these. Sometimes perfect fit for the show. Sometimes absolutely not a fit for the show. And I get it. They're sending it out to all their media contacts, hoping that someone will reach out and go, oh, this would be a great fit for our show.
They're a big.
Some of them, I question, do they get a single reply?
Well, yeah.
Because it's so niche.
It's gotta be a
and
scattergun
so
approach.
left of field.
Well,
yeah.
this is the thing.
They can safely say, I would say on their end, they can say they're doing their job for their client.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
100% they're doing their job. For
Are
the
they getting
client.
results? Who knows? But at least they're putting something out there.
Look, I thought it would be interesting to go through at least some of these pitches and talk about why it didn't make an appearance on our show.
Okay.
And some of these might not need an explanation.
So these are ones that have all been received by you guys, not just generic ones.
These are real. These
ones
are
that they've
real
gone
ones.
to
Yeah.
you, Alicia
Yeah.
or Lachie, producer of Ash, Luttsy and Susie.
Yeah.
Yep.
We would love to get this on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to hear this. I'm excited by this.
So the first one came through on the 18th of June. So these all within the past month, definitely. New ING research reveals over half of all Aussie gamers attribute financial literacy skills to games like The Sims. And so they've attached some audio from their
Okay.
ING head of consumer and marketing insights. That's I probably maybe didn't need to name the bank, but basically they have given us a bunch of audio that we can play
oh, that's great.
from this banking expert saying that Aussies who play games like The Sims, a lot of them, their, I guess, financial literacy comes from these video games. Now, maybe a slightly interesting brouhaha story, but I don't think that the guys really know that much about The Sims. Video games is not an area that they really
No, that's fine.
go into all that much.
So yeah, that one is probably never going to make it past the first line of defense.
No.
Probably wasn't even going to garner a response from you, was it?
Oh, absolutely. The number of
Left on red.
yeah, I leave it on red. I'm not really responding to any of these.
No.
Because I don't think they necessarily deserve a response. But yeah, top games include The Sims, Minecraft, Financial Football, Animal Crossing, and Call of Duty.
And there's just no way you could possibly work that into like a 4 or 5 minute conversation, let alone the guys are going to want to have that interview.
It could operate, I think, on a station like maybe 4BC or ABC
where they've got to fill time out.
They got to fill some time. They might want to chat about media literacy. That's not really what our guys do.
It's not our bag. All right, not bad. Alicia, what have you got?
What OJ crisis? Just buy fresh Aussie orange juice.
Okay, first of all, I thought this was
I
going to
can't
be.
even
I thought it was going to be
say it.
OJ Simpson. So
No.
they've clearly lent hard on the OJ thing to hook us in. So you had me for a moment.
You might have heard about an orange juice crisis off the back of growing issues in Brazil. Never heard of it.
No, I didn't
Did
quite
not-
make it through.
not
No,
even
I,
making the
I
news.
spent a lot of time with SBS, but no.
If you're keen to cover the story on a local angle, you might be willing to lean into talking about how Aussies should buy local Australian orange juice. If you're keen for any interviews, let me know.
Who have they put forward?
Two brothers.
Can we get OJ
Two
Simpson?
brothers, yes, who own a juice company locally in Brisbane, and like also reporters overseas.
Okay,
for the,
and
for
then
the
maybe
Brisbane.
there's a bit of product placement
Yeah.
in the end there.
Yeah, but
Interesting.
Oh.
can you imagine us doing an entire break on orange juice?
Guys, coming up after 8, the orange juice crisis gets bigger and bigger. We're going to talk to 2 Brisbane-based growers who are going to tell us the importance of buying local.
So ridiculous.
And then if you go out to the Supernovas, they'll be giving away that orange juice that from this
So
one
there
company.
is, if we were in a space where we were desperate, you could work it.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
I could-
that one might be doable.
I could see 100% a smaller station needing some product for their street teams, using that interview, and then off the back of the interview going, hey, if you want to try some of this tasty orange juice, Brisbane made, go find out where our street team are.
Because if you've ever wondered where some of the street team product comes from, when they're on the streets moving the product, that can be it.
yeah.
You
that
guys
can
are
be part of
much
it.
more willing to lean into content than I am. I was just like,
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No,
It would
Alicia,
not
even
Alicia
think
plays a
about
very
it.
straight bat.
wouldn't even think about it.
Oh, I wouldn't.
No run.
It wouldn't. It would not.
No.
It wouldn't be good for Nova. But I like to think about where, like, obviously it's someone's job to send out these press releases.
No, they're doing their job.
It's someone's job to
yeah,
try
but
and
I'm saying I don't think that would be good on air
anyway.
anyway.
Yeah, sure. I'm just trying to give them something.
I'll give them a chance.
That
They made it onto this podcast, so that's a
Yeah,
start.
that was one of the things that I also had. We got this email that said, "Hi Mitch,
Good
I
start.
love those
great
ones.
start. Are you a big State of Origin fan?"
You can say it's in his blood.
Yeah, maybe. You'll be thrilled to hear that your favourite players have improved a fantastic range of State of Origin merchandise at Aussie Bang for Your Buck retailer. So I don't know what this was, whether they thought that we were going to try and then talk about it on the show, the fact that this company has a whole bunch of State of Origin merch. But I just love, for me, the thing that I thought was hilarious about that was, "Hi Mitch, are you a big fan of State of Origin?"
I have not thought that one through at all.
No.
I just don't know who they're.
So is that the name of the company? Aussie Bang for Your Buck retailer?
No.
Or they are?
No,
Okay, right.
There is. I didn't want to name check.
No, okay,
them.
that's okay.
But yes, that maybe people will start sending us even worse pictures so that it makes it onto this sort of podcast. Where,
That's a nice space for us to play in, actually.
so yeah, get your pictures and make them as bad as they can be.
Can we
It
get
might be
one of them
featured.
on?
Oh, maybe
Can that be it?
that could be
Can the
something.
payoff for the worst PR pitch be that they actually get an interview on this,
that
on the producers podcast?
I don't.
I
hate
am
that.
100% here for that.
I don't hate that at all. Alicia, go on. Here's with another one.
Thumbs up or thumbs down emojis in the workplace?
Interesting.
Apparently, according to the latest poll, almost 70% of employees are using emojis in the workplace.
It's good to...
Interesting.
Would you be keen to let me know if you'd be interested in an interview for further details?
Who's
and
the
advice?
interview-
Advice?
Who's the interviewer there? Like, who are we meant to be interviewing in that scenario?
Yeah, who's the expert in the field of emojis and the repercussions of the workplace? It's a long email you've got there. That's 2 pages.
It's no, that's a different
Oh,
one.
thank God.
Alicia's printed stuff out.
I'm not gonna
You're not gonna
attempt
say?
to say the name.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I understand that.
It's a difficult name
Do
to
they have
say.
do they have a title? Like,
People to people recruitment
oh, okay, sure.
have done a poll,
Oh, they're not
and these are the
they?
results. Yeah,
I'm
They've
glad.
done one poll.
Yeah.
Someone's out there.
yeah. Somebody's research. It's probably just within their office of 5 people. 70%
no.
of that 5 people.
They've done one poll.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's a possible. You could possibly work that maybe into a brouhaha or something
No.
like that, or a very quick little. But no, we're
It's
not.
not- it's
we're-
not-
there's
Big
not
extra
4 or
me.
5 minutes we're giving an expert for that.
It's not a great brouhaha. Like going, hey guys, so someone's done a poll and they've worked out
Thumbs down.
most used emojis in the workplace are
one cares.
yawn react. I've only got one more email, at least from my
I
end.
feel like it might be the same email. Lachlan.
Is it the same one? We got an email this morning.
Oh no, this isn't the same one. Then.
This is less content kind of cringe. This is more just interesting the way that radio works in Brisbane. Oh, is that someone's phone?
Oh, it's me. Sorry, pardon me. I got a little bit too close there.
Sorry. This is the email that we got. Hi Margot, Robin, Abby, and Susie.
Okay.
So if you aren't
start.
familiar with
If you
the
only
Brisbane
listen,
team,
if you only listen to Nova Brisbane Breakfast,
that is the females from each different station in Brisbane.
Yep.
So Margot, Triple M, Robin from Kiss. Who else was there?
Abby
from
from
B105, and our very own Susie O'Neill.
I mean, it's a poor reflection on the amount of women hosts there are out there. There's only one from each station. But go on.
and
that's true.
basically there is a charity that this person is wanting to get all the female breakfast hosts in Brisbane on board with.
Just round them up.
Now, the thing that is most entertaining to me is that they've sent out the email, not a blind CC. So if you know anything about emailing etiquette, you generally will do a blind CC, which means that you can't see who else has received the email.
Yep.
It means that you can't then, I guess, take email addresses.
Yeah, you protect other people's
Yeah,
email addresses.
yeah.
Also, it's a really sneaky way to, like, if you're that well inclined to, like, CC a boss on there. So
Yeah.
you can either show off how good a work you're doing
Yeah.
without being seen for taking the praise.
You're kind of protecting also, email addresses. Now, I can see quite clearly that they've got Margot's work email, Robin's work email, Abby's work email, Robin's personal email is included in this list. Then there's someone else whose email I don't recommend.
That's Susie's manager.
Oh,
That's who that
okay.
person was.
D.
Because
Luttrell?
they don't. Yeah.
D. Luttrell69 at thehotmail.com.
I would not be surprised if that was his email.
It actually just redirects from this one.
Yeah.
And then, so they've got Susie's manager. Okay, that makes more
Yeah.
sense because they sent it to the Brisbane Nova. So not Susie's work email or Susie's
They
personal
obviously
email.
can't find it anywhere.
They can't find Susie's email, but the other ladies. I guess we've got a barrier up that the other stations don't have.
Interesting.
Susie's very protected.
But
We love her.
will we pass this on, Alicia?
No.
No.
Mind you, one of those other three will do it.
Yeah. But I wonder whether it's
yes.
Knowing all
Yes.
of them, one of them will do it.
Yes.
I wonder whether it's one of those cases where it's one in, all in, like where they're hoping to get everyone's buy-in. And I imagine if Sue sees the other three doing it, she might go, I might.
Nah, she doesn't roll that way.
You know,
I don't think she rolls that way.
I
That's up
think
to
if she sees
Susie and her management. I
it's
guess.
true.
Yeah.
If she sees the other three doing it, she might go, I probably should do it out of like,
Solidarity?
yeah, solidarity and also like duty. Going, well, if there are three of them, I look like a silly Billy being the only one not doing it.
Or just didn't take the bait
That's true.
and kept herself above it.
She didn't get the email. Anyway,
She may never know.
Now, this is a great one
Yeah.
to finish on.
yep.
Because you can just picture it. We're coming out of a song. They
Yep.
play the
Oh, okay.
Ash, Luttsy and Susie O'Neill sweeper. Ash comes on the mic and he goes,
Well, let's role play.
Yeah.
But you be Buzz. You just thank an artist for.
Oh, thanks so much for everything you do for the musical industry, Sabrina Carpenter. It's Ash, Lutz and Suze. Not coming up after 8 o'clock. $400 for Smarter Than Suze. Your chance to win the BYD Atto 3. But I guess Susie.
Ash. No,
you're Ash.
I'm going to be Ash, who is introducing
yeah.
our next interview. We're now going to speak to Janie Thompson, who is the National Continence Helpline Manager, to talk about World Continence Week.
Let's go.
And then Luttsy would come in and be like, or something.
No, Lutz. It's continence like the landmass, not incontinence like pooing your pants.
No, it's continence.
Oh, it's I didn't know
Yeah.
continence was...
World Continence Week. Open and honest conversations with friends, family, and health professionals about your poops.
Lutzy may take that because he does have a friend known as IBS Attack.
Yeah.
Long-term listeners would know of his friend IBS Attack. So he may... I don't know. If we got him at the end of the year and he just wants to fill some minutes, he may take that. But pardon the pun, it would be a piss take.
Yeah, I was like, I just cannot imagine those two boys talking about continence
I don't think
on
that...
the airwaves.
Sorry, I heard them going, continents. Well, obviously after the split of Pangea. What's your favourite? Probably, if I could make Eurasia one, I would. Well, there we go. And that's good to know that you guys are protecting our show from that.
From
because-
stuff like that, yeah.
But I mean, you can only
Where's
do
the
so much.
barrier?
However, I am really keen to maybe once a month, Lachie. Maybe
Yeah.
once a month. At the end of the month, we will go through
Just
all
find
of those.
find the worst pitch.
Find the pitch that probably needs the most help.
Sure.
And we the
You're gonna
producers,
jig it.
will take the interview. We'll take the interview.
See what you can do from it.
I mean, because there are times where people will get in touch with the show and go, "Oh, is this going to be a chat on air?" And we go, "Oh, we actually might do it on the podcast." And it's not that the podcast is a lesser product, but sometimes conversations are better suited for the podcast.
Well, it can be. It's a more of a long-term long-form discussion. For example, we can't get to really the heart of an issue
No.
within
Heart of continence. Week.
Yeah.
within
3
4 to,
minutes.
within 3 to 4 minutes. So,
But-
but really only get 3 to 4 questions.
I think when people are pitching the content, though, they want it to be for the breakfast show. They don't
they
want
want
it
it
to
in
be
that prime time hour.
They don't want it to be for the podcast, let alone the producers' podcast, where we are the people who are interviewing whoever it is about continence or about
The OJ
financial
crisis.
literacy.
I do love the idea that the PR agency goes back to the Orange Juice brothers and goes, "Guys, I've got you on Nova. Awesome. All right.
It's the producers' podcast.
I'm not saying it's an inferior product. It's just different. Final little thing you guys might enjoy before we head off, and then we'll be back at the show on Monday. I sent a quick little DM to Suze yesterday, just replying to one of her stories, a big bruise on her leg, which I just wrote back, Brucey O'Neill.
Very good.
She appreciated that, and she sends me just the line, "How good is Europe?" And at that moment, it was raining. I was sitting in the back corner of the 180 bus going down Logan Road, and it was packed. And I'm going, this is a wonderful exercise in perspective.
Yeah.
It's great. It is great. So, all right, we'll have Suze back very soon from a Hot Girl Euro Summer. We're back Monday morning at 6 a.m., starting with Ash Lutts and Suze's 100k Pay Your Bills. Make sure you head to the Nova Player to register those.
Nick, I hate to burst your bubble. We're actually doing 100k Pay Your Bills right now.
Oh.
You can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, there we go.
It's already
Floodgates
been on for
open.
2
Well, what are
weeks.
you doing? Don't wait till Monday.
Yeah. Maddie Rowe has been paying bills
Oh, good on you, Mads.
throughout this entire survey break period. And Ash Lutts and Suze will be paying your bills. We'll continue that on Monday.
Well, let's just keep that party going.
Woo!